Hello and welcome to this episode of Tech This Week, where we bring you the top technology and startup news. As recruitment and onboarding gets digitized owing to the pandemic and lockdown, this week saw multiple deals and one M&A in the sector. Professional talent network for blue and grey collar workers, Apna, raised $70 million in a Series B round at a valuation of $570 million from Tiger Global and Insight Partners. The platform onboards users ranging from data entry operators, office assistants, beauticians, cooks, electricians, and nurses, and connects them to companies which are looking for talent, as well as provides a platform to these people to connect with each other and practice on interviews. Joining us later today is the CEO of Apna, Nirmit Parikh, to talk about the future plans for the company and what drew big-ticket investors to this 16-month-old company. More deals in the space include the acquisition of Zwayam, a recruitment automation platform for enterprises, by InfoEdge. InfoEdge is the parent company of Naukri.com, and the Zwayam acquisition will help it add to the jobs portal, which is the largest contributor to its revenues. SaaS-based talent management platform for recruiters, Sense AI, also raised $16 million this week, led by Avatar Ventures, to strengthen its India presence. Fresh off the press, Tiger Global and SoftbankBacked online grocery platform Grofers saw co-founder Saurabh Kumar stepping away from the company earlier today. In a blog post, CEO of Grofers, Albinder Dhinsa, said Kumar will continue to be a part of the board and continue to be a shareholder in the company, but will take a step back from the day-to-day operations. Moving to the world of entertainment and social media, listed gaming company Apna Technologies announced acquiring a majority stake in Turkish game publisher PublishMe. This will help the company expand its presence to Turkey as well as Middle East and North Africa regions. Invite-only audio-based social media app Clubhouse, which is quite popular in India right now, announced its first accelerator program for content creators in India. It'll be interesting to see if monetization will follow in the geography. Meanwhile, local language and social media platform unicorn ShareChat wants to build a Clubhouse for Bharat audiences and announce its plan to monetize its audio feature, chat rooms. PUBG Maker, Krafton's new Battle Royale game tailored for India, Battlegrounds Mobile India, went live on Playstore for early access users in the beta format. We are waiting for the early user reviews since PUBG is banned in India. Another social media platform, Twitter, is trending across all other platforms as Minister for IT Ravi Shankar Prasad came down heavily on the platform for deliberately not following the laws of the land. He said that the company had failed to comply with the new intermediary guidelines, which came into effect on May 26. However, in an interview with a TV channel, he said that Twitter will not lose its intermediary status. Twitter confirmed that it had appointed an interim chief compliance officer for India and had apprised the ministry. It will face the Parliamentary Standing Committee on IT regarding compliance with the new guidelines on June 18th, which is today. Moving to the deals, the SaaS goldrush announced a new unicorn in software testing platform Browserstack. The company raised $200 million from Meeker-led bond capital, apart from Insight Partners and Axel. The company was valued at $4 billion in the round. We are now joined by our guest today, Nirmit Parikh, CEO of Apna, who tells us how the platform differentiates itself from peers. Welcome to the show, Nirmit. To begin with, it was a whopping valuation for a company, especially in the sector, like a startup which is in the sector. So what is driving the investor interest, and did you actually anticipate this kind of an interest in this round?
We are super excited to welcome Insight Partners and Tiger Global to the Apna family. And their investment is a strong endorsement of our mission and the value which we have been creating. And all of this has happened over a short span of time. We are a 16-month-old product. Last month alone, we facilitated north of 15 million job interviews plus work-related conversations. And we have 1 lakh employers, SMBs and enterprises, and 10 million users. Summing up your question, like what really excited the investors about us is this deep social cause, which aligns with the robust business model And rarely you see such combination. And that is what, like, at least based on my conversation, that is what they've told me, that they are very excited about Apna.
What I wanted to understand was, as part of your growth story, did COVID had any role to play, especially given that, these days hiring and onboarding is happening a lot remotely? If not, if there were other factors which you think kind of, drove this kind of growth for your platform, could you tell us about that?
From a COVID standpoint, what we have seen is COVID has catalyzed our growth. So two things have happened. There's been market shift which has happened towards Apna, firstly. And secondly, because of COVID, given the human-to-human digital chain or human-to-human supply chain started falling apart because people are not meeting in person, that is where people are trying to adopt new, basically, digital tools for hiring. And that definitely has catalyzed it. So it is a behavior shift. But that behavior shift has happened across the entire ecosystem, and so two things: one, a behavior shift because of COVID, plus a superior product that has created a market shift towards it.
What are your plans with the current capital which you have raised?
Right. So for the current capital, again, we have three goals. First, rapidly expand across the country. So currently we are in 14 cities. We want to rapidly, within the next 6 months, expand across the entire country. And the reason being is, currently India is impacted by COVID, and we want to help restart India's growth and restart India's economy. That's one. That's the first primary reason, which we're very excited about. The second thing we want to invest is building a world-class team and keep building products. And given we are a product first company, we are basically whatever we build is a function of the team and engineers which we have who help us design this product. So we really want to invest in that. And we have seen folks all across the world basically looking at Apna, getting excited about our mission and joining us on this journey. And the third goal is going to be go and deep dive into skilling. What we have realized that skill gap is one thing which if we solve right, can really help our user base. So we want to really double down on the skilling side of it. And then those are the three main goals. The fourth goal is experimentation across variety of markets, international markets like the Southeast Asia and the United States.
Nirmit, I wanted to ask you also, because blue collar was majority of your initial user base, right? How easy or difficult do they find it to navigate the app, and how is the app interface designed so that the user engagement is higher?
Right. So we again, it comes back to insane customer obsession, as I was talking about. So what we have realized is we have reinvented languages for blue and gray collar workers inside the app. And what we do is we do a mixture of infographics plus the local language plus English. So if you open the app in Delhi, our app is going to be in Thoda English. If you open it in Kolkata, it is going to be in Ikto English. In Bangalore, it is going to be Swalpa English. And the idea is, how do you combine the right amount of infographics and the local language? So, because people in India are aspirational about English, but we also want to ensure that people understand how to use the app, and they understand their local language very well. So that combination somewhere works very well. And we spend a lot of time doing this user research and reinventing the language and the right infographics for the right area. The job feed on Apna is similar to way your Netflix feed works. Okay. So in Netflix, your genre is like you have a drama, you have a comedy, you have an English movie, you have a Bollywood movie. And what we do is we understand all the nuances. So if you see a job can have, say, a location, a job has a job title, a job as a name of a company, a salary range. So as you start interacting with the app, based on the location, we actually keep redesigning your feed. So we realize that you're applying to more jobs in Dadar and you're applying also more jobs in Worli. Then we know that you are somewhere staying on the Western line and you like Dadar and Worli. And then the entire feed will get redesigned for you so that you find the right job nearby your home. Similarly, if we realize that you are like not optimizing for like location, but you're optimizing for salary, that you're trying to find a job which is within a 25 to 30,000 rupee range salary. At that point of time, we will redesign your feed in a way that you will optimize your feed for the salary. So the way you start using the feed, at that point of time, the optimization starts happening.
What kind of technology do you use to actually optimize these things? And
this reiteration of data points happen at two places. No, actually three places on Apna, right? The first is the feed, the job feed which we talk about. Then we also have a news feed in Apna. News feed is where if I'm a welder, I get to see what all other welders are writing. I will get to see what welders say. If I'm a welder in Mumbai and I do arc welding, and there's another welder in Delhi who's doing arc welding, will showcase you that welder's arc welding and will allow you to connect with each other. The third place where we do data science is helping people connect with other professional contacts. So we at Apna really believe that solving for network gap is extremely important. And when we connect people physically, we basically allow to connect people to each other. We are a bunch of folks on this mission to do that. And we are inviting more and more engineers to come, and product folks and makers to come and help us build Apna and walk with us on this mission. So if a strong call out to all engineers, to all product managers, to all designers, guys, we are solving the biggest design problem of the century. We are going to change the world. So if you're watching this, please join us at Apna. Please join us on a mission and let's change the world together.
And thank you for your insights, Nirmit. Moving to the world of technology, IT services company Larsen & Toubro Infotech announced the acquisition of Pune-based digital engineering and outsourced product development company QLogic Technologies. Separately, global IT consultancy major Accenture announced the acquisition of German engineering firm Umlaut and Tokyo-based product lifecycle management company DI2 this week. It has also made a strategic investment in London-based talent lifecycle management company Beamery. Speaking of IT and IT-enabled services, the Indian troika of Infosys, Wipro, and TCS have handsomely compensated their CEOs at the end of a roller coaster year. Riding the wave of global demand for digital transformation projects, the combined CEO payouts at these firms for financial year 2020-21 stood at $17.6 million, a 47% jump from the $10.9 million last year. This includes compensations for these CEOs, such as incentives, stock options, allowances, and other benefits. Speaking of profits, an outlier in the online travel space, Mytrip, managed to double its profit for the financial year 2020-21, even as gross bookings dropped to half of previous year. According to the company, increase in margins, reduction in operational expenses, including discounts, marketing and sales, as well as employee expenses, helped it increase its profits despite the lower income. Also, before we wrap up, Walmart-backed Phonepay filed a complaint with Sebi against Chennai-registered Venturies Proactive Fund 2, an early investor in IndusOS, alleging bad faith action by the venture capital firm during Phonepay's attempt to acquire the business of the content discovery platform IndusOS, which works on Android. The new complaint follows a lawsuit filed by Phonepay against Venturies and Apple, another early investor in IndusOS. With this, it is a wrap for this episode of Tech This Week. Stay tuned and stay safe.